2015 question 3. Element Q belongs to group 2. It combines with element R to give an ionic compound with the chemical formula Q3R2. Which group does R belong to? Okay, so we're given that the chemical formula for the chemical formula is Q3R2, and we're given that element Q belongs to group 2, and they're asking us which group does R belong to. Okay, so here what we can do is we can now, just like before, we have learned the cross method, we can go back and see how is the chemical formula formed with the help of the cross method. So very simple. Just like in the cross method, we're going to write back what the original charges were. So over here, I wrote back the ions Q and R. And what's the meaning of the cross method? Remember, this was the charge that was brought down here. So what was the charge supposed to be here? Yep, good. It's supposed to be 2 plus. And please double check over here. Does it make sense? Yes, it does, because it says element Q belongs to group 2. So the charge should also be 2 plus here. And also, it's in group 2, and it's a metal. So metals, we know they're forming positive ion. They have to be in group 2 especially. It forms 2 plus. Now here, the next one, for the charge on R, very simply, you can bring, let me use this color. You can bring the charge on the number that's here. Okay, how's the number coming about here? Yes, good, because you have the charge on top of here. Now here it's going to be a negative charge because usually when I write it in this way, the left one is always the positive charge and the right one is always a negative charge. And also because you have the presence of a positive ion, the other one has to be an anion. It has to be a negative ion. And you can also double check here. It has to be a negative one because it says it's an ionic compound. What's the meaning of an ionic compound? Usually, most of the time, it's when there is a presence of a metal and a non-metal. Metal plus non-metal. So a non-metal here would mean this having a 3 negative charge. That makes sense. Now, because it's a 3 negative charge, you would immediately think that, hey, it's A, right? Because it's a group 3. No, again, be careful. And when it's a negative charges are only brought about from the non-metal side. So here, 3 negative charge, it's coming from, yes, group 5, which is B. And also, please don't be in a rush that immediately that you see, hey, it's 3, you're going to choose group 3 because it doesn't make sense. Group 3 is also in the metal side, right? It doesn't make sense because it's an ionic compound. So when doing these questions, especially early on, you can see this is question 3. It seems that it's going to be simple, but actually there could be some traps that are left here. Okay, so this is group 5. So answer B.